Jimmy. And smoke on loud. I got perfect attendance. I ran that work.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since I last just sat down and had a conversation with you guys. And I also noticed you guys probably wondering, okay, where's November video? Goal video. Well, I haven't had time to sit down to do that goal video, but I'm going to talk about it just briefly right now. So, and I'm not sure when this video is going up. So, if you guys notice I haven't put up a November goal video, then yeah, here I go. I have started a second job. I know I told you guys I started a second job a couple of weeks ago, but this is a job that I'm going to stick with because I went back to my old job, but in a different city, which was I went back to Office Depot, and I got my same position back, but it just in a different city. So I have more hours now. So we just gonna try to like work with it. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Have a seat. This is a channel where you could put your opinion below. I do talk about each and everybody's opinion. So yeah, I'm different from any other YouTuber, and that's because I love to talk about other things they wouldn't want you to talk about, or they just don't feel like you should be in their business to talk about. But me, I don't care because I'm still going to talk about it. And so I hope you guys are here to stay. I don't ask much of you guys. I just hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe on every video I put out. So yeah. November goal was to not be afraid when someone tells you no, to keep going. After the first try, don't give up. That's basically what November goal was. And I feel like I accomplished this throughout the year, because it's plenty of times where I'm like, okay, I'm done. I can't take no more. But it's like something deep inside is like, keep going, don't give up, don't give up. And I feel like plenty of us have that voice. We just don't want to use it, or we just don't listen to it because we think people will think we crazy because we listen to voices. But honestly, that's not a voice. That's your intuition. So yeah, that's basically what it was. But I'm here to tell you, don't give up, okay? And that's all I had to say on that topic. I didn't want to sit down and do a whole video about it, because we all know as human beings that sometimes we do have moments where we just want to give up and say, forget it. Or we just want to say, look, I'm done. I'm going to say this and I'm going to be done. But sometimes it takes a little effort and a little gratitude to like to know when you are completely done, and to just know when you're done at the moment. So yeah, I'm here to tell you guys, don't give up. All things happen for a reason. It's just up to you to find out what's that reason and why it's happening. But we're gonna get off that soapbox, and then we're gonna start talking about my parents. My parents, these are for you when you are getting ready to send your loved ones, your kids, to college. We all heard about orientation for students, but we never really talk about or think about the parents' college orientation. I did have one person who inboxed me and asked me, like, if I do go to orientation, can I like bring a friend, or do I really have to take my mom? The thing about that is, if I was you, I wouldn't bring a friend, because when it comes to you lining up going to your class, like, you're not going to stay in that auditorium all day with them just talking to you. You're not. This is where they gonna split you up, like sophomores, seniors, freshmen. They split you up, and then when they get you split up that way, they split you up. Sometimes it depends on the college. They split you up by majors. Um, and the school that I go to, they split us up by classes. Then they turned around and split us up by majors. And then they turned around and split us up by how many people, like it was like 3 people per little small groups, to where, cause the university I go to is not that big, but it's a lot of people that goes to that university. So instead of doing big groups and getting everything covered, we did 3 to 4 groups to get everything covered. Everybody go to every other building, and then we'll meet up at one common spot. So I wouldn't necessarily say bring a friend, or yeah, don't do that. Now, what is different about parents' college orientation is that I feel like it is a part where the parents could bring a friend, because they're just going to stay in that auditorium. Sometimes they do get up and go visit like other places, but they really don't split the parents up until it's time for like them to go visit dorms and stuff, because it depends on what dorm your child is staying in. Depends on what dorm you would enter. So if a parent wants to bring a friend, that's fine. But if you as a student going to that school, I wouldn't necessarily bring a friend, because unless the friend is going to the school with you, then that's totally different. But if y'all are going to 2 separate different schools, then I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't bring my friend, because she's gonna be stuck with your mom throughout the whole thing. So it's like it's not necessary. Now I'm finna talk to the parents. The parents, you probably asking yourself, why should I even go? Because they basically gonna be talking about my child. They basically not even gonna care if I'm there or not. But I feel like this. Um, my parents went to every orientation I had. Um, well, I'm not gonna say every orientation. Um, Let me see. When I went to community college, they went to the first orientation. But every class orientation after that, they ain't gonna go, because it's basically something dealing with the school, or they tell you something new or something happened or something like that. They didn't go. When I went to this university, they went to the first orientation. Um, but it's basically something about student, parent, counseling, independency, because sometimes this is like our first major being away from home, from our parents. And I'm not talking about you going to sleep over with your cousin, or going to sleepovers with your best friend. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about you actually gonna get clothes, move into another facility. And I'm saying facility like you going to prison, but you moving into another house, as they call it, and you meeting other people, and you're not going home every day. So that's why it's called parents and students independence. And they do offer counseling. They do have people out there telling you things you things you could do and things you shouldn't do when it comes to letting your child stay in dorms. Um and this is also a time where you can get through the whole financial aid situations and the billing process. So when classes first start, your child or you don't have to worry about, okay, you going to class, where the money coming from, or you have to go meet with this teacher, go meet with this you have to go to this building, meet with this person to get this taken care of. You can do that while you're at the orientation. Um, there's also a building. I'm pretty sure every college have a building where it's an academic resource building. I'm pretty sure, but you could also go in that building, get signed up for like tutoring. You could actually be the one who does the tutoring and get paid for it. Side job. and things like that. You can also go to know, like, okay, security. If my child gonna be safe coming to this school, they also go over safety measures with you, so you can know if your child, how safe your child is, or even if your child will be safe going to this school. Um, Another thing I want to tell you guys about is the information on privacy laws. When you go into high school, them teachers ain't got no problem calling your parents for misbehavior, calling your parents for you not showing up, calling your parents for low grades. In college, they not gonna do that. So parents, is a good thing to let you know that I'm letting you know now that when your child go to college, the grades are considered privacy. So whatever grades your child get, you will not know. The only person who know what grades they are getting is the teacher and the student. That's it. And I'm pretty sure most of you are looking at the screen like, thank God that my mama won't know that I'm failing this semester. But so you get information on privacy laws, and that becomes like a problem because you're like, okay, I'm paying for the school, but yeah, I don't get the information if my child passing a class or not, cause that's my money, so I need to know. But that's just the way a university works. I'm pretty sure if your child is there with you and then they say, okay, it's okay for them to know what I make, but then it's like you have to sign like a lot of consent papers and all that stuff. It's a lot. Another thing I want to touch bases on, they do talk about first day move-in tips. They give you a lot of those. And you can also move in on the first day of orientation, or sometimes it be the weekend of orientation. You can go ahead and move in. Um, but just be mindful that um college is totally different from high school. Because when it came to high school, they always talk to the parents. They seem like they kind of ignore the student when the parents get there. But college is like totally different. College focus more on the student, and they kind of ignore the parents. So you have to be known, like, okay, this is my child. I want to know this. I want to know that. Now, I'm also going to tell your parents, like, listen to parents, I'm going to tell you the do's and don'ts when it comes to college orientation, because my dad is known to do this, and I'm like, okay, I better talk on it, because I don't want nobody up here to embarrass their child. Don't bombard them staffs with questions. If you're going to ask questions, make sure you ask the question to the person who asked the right question to the right person. Let's say you having a mission problem. Don't go to the financial aid people with your mission problem unless it's dealing with admissions and financial aid problems. You get what I'm saying? Okay, let's just say you can't find a room. That's you need to go to housing for that problem, okay? Let's say you can't buy books. Then you probably can talk to the financial aid people. But if it's a mission problem where, okay, I want to get admitted to this class, but they won't let me, then that's when you need to go talk to admissions. Then when you get everything handled in admissions, you need to go to financial aid and see if they added that class in or not, or taking it out, or whatever. But just don't bombard the staff with questions, because sometimes they can label you as the annoying parent. And sometimes that annoying parent can rub off on your child, and your child get less help than they needed. So just be mindful of that. Another thing I want to tell you guys about is don't go shopping on campus for your child, because honestly, your child would never have everything they need. That's why some schools have a bus to where it comes around probably every weekend and take them to Walmart or somewhere. Or you could come every weekend if you want to and take them to Walmart. Your child would never have everything they need staying on campus. So don't spend so much time in the gift shop on campus looking for certain stuff for your child to have in their dorm, because honestly, your child will not have everything they need in their dorm. And I'm just going to be 1,000 with you. They always going to need something. And get familiar with the school, especially what dorm your child is staying in. Get familiar where the police station on the campus is at. Get familiar with the cafeteria. Get familiar with the football field if they have it. Get familiar to every class your child is going to be in. Because like I said, it's totally different. If it's emergency on campus, sometimes you have to tell the people where your child is gonna be directly, or what class or what building. So you have to get familiar with that stuff because, like I said, it's totally different from high school. High school, you can call to the front and they'll say, "Hey, so and so need to come to the front because their family is here to pick them up." But when it comes to being on campus, it's totally different. Um, Another thing I want to mention, and some of you are probably looking at me weird, is don't get over involved in your child's college career because sometimes they can take away their experience. Just like I always say, when it comes to students, don't get over involved in school because it's gonna take away from your education. Allow them ownership of their experience. If they fuck up, you let them take ownership of that. Don't go out there and try to be the person who saved them from whatever they did wrong. They have to learn how to take ownership of their experience. Meaning, if they have a good time, okay, now what? Because some people can have a good time at college so much so that they forget why they're really there. And then everything turns out, when the semester's over, they wonder why they failed a class. So you just have to take ownership of, you just have to allow them to take ownership. AKA become an adult real fast. So yeah. I hope you guys or you parents take something away from this video. If your child has started college and it's certain things you want to know that you really didn't learn when you was at orientation, put it down below and I try my best to answer it, or I try my best to get you an answer, or I could direct you to the right person to get an answer. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave all your comments. And like I said, if you're new to this channel, I hope you are here to stay. Because I really just don't talk about college. I talk about relationships. Go back a couple of videos. I become real personal and close up with you guys. And I hope you guys are here to stay. I have to get going because I have like maybe 2 or 3 other videos to record before the night is over because I have an AM shift that I have to be ready for. So yeah, let's get this ball rolling. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.